Welcome to Curious Minds Arena. Today, we're talking about microplastics. Let's explore why these tiny bits of plastic are such a big deal for our planet. Get ready to learn something new. So what exactly are these tiny troublemakers? Well, imagine minuscule plastic particles, smaller than a grain of rice. These little guys are called microplastics. But where do they come from? There are two main sources of microplastics. First one is primary microplastics. These are intentionally manufactured to be small in size, such as microbeads in personal care products, pellets used in plastic manufacturing, and microfibers from textiles. These microplastics are designed to be small and are often added to products for their specific properties, such as exfoliation in cosmetics or reinforcement in plastics. Primary microplastics can also include industrial abrasives, such as those used in sandblasting, as well as pre-production plastic pellets, known as nurdles. Second one is secondary microplastics. These form when larger plastic items break down. Picture weathered plastic bottles, worn-out bags, and even abandoned fishing nets. Sun, wind, and waves work their magic, turning big plastics into tiny troublemakers. As larger plastic items degrade over time, they fragment into smaller and smaller pieces, eventually becoming microplastics. Secondary microplastics can also originate from the degradation of synthetic textiles, such as polyester and nylon, during washing and laundering processes. These textiles shed tiny fibers known as microfibers, which contribute to the microplastic pollution in water bodies. These tiny plastic particles are everywhere. I mean, we're talking oceans, rivers, soil, and even floating around in the air we breathe. But here's the kicker. They're not just harmless little bits of plastic. Nope, they're causing some serious trouble for our environment and all the critters that call it home. Picture this. Microplastics are like little troublemakers that never seem to go away. Once they're out there, they stick around for ages, wreaking havoc wherever they go. And get this, they're not picky about where they hang out. From the Arctic to your own backyard, microplastics have been found pretty much everywhere on our planet. That's right, they're like unwanted guests that just won't leave. An international team of scientists embarks on a groundbreaking expedition, not just across land and sea, but delving into the very depths of our planet's ecosystems. From the murky depths of the oceans to the breathtaking heights of the highest mountain peaks, they journey armed with cutting-edge technology and an unwavering determination to uncover the truth about a silent menace, microplastic pollution. Dr. Emily Collins, lead author of the study and a marine biologist at Stanford University, stated, "Microplastics have infiltrated virtually every corner of the Earth. These minuscule particles pose a significant threat to marine life, terrestrial ecosystems, and potentially human health." Dr. Jane Goodall, primatologist and conservationist, mentioned that microplastics represent an insidious threat to the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems. As a scientist dedicated to understanding and protecting wildlife, I'm deeply concerned about the impact of these tiny plastic particles on marine life and terrestrial habitats. It's imperative that we take immediate and decisive action to address this issue before irreparable damage is done. Plastic particles serve a dual purpose in our daily routines. They're deliberately incorporated into cosmetics like lipstick, lip gloss, and eye makeup to enhance their texture and appearance. Additionally, personal care products such as face scrubs, toothpastes, and shower gels utilize them for their cleansing and exfoliating properties. However, once these products are washed off, the microplastics they contain find their way into the sewage system. From there, they can either accumulate in sewage sludge from wastewater treatment plants, which is often used as fertilizer on agricultural lands, or be discharged into waterways through treated water release. Recent research highlights two primary pathways through which microplastics enter the human body: ingestion and inhalation. Mounting evidence suggests that our food and water sources are contaminated with microplastics. A 2020 study conducted in Italy revealed the presence of microplastics in everyday fruits and vegetables. Laboratory observations have also shown that wheat and lettuce plants can uptake microplastic particles from soil, indicating a potential route of contamination for produce. Moreover, microplastics can be found in sewage sludge, originating not only from personal care products, but also from washing machines. A study examining sludge from a wastewater treatment plant in southwest England uncovered that if all treated sludge were used to fertilize soils, an amount of microplastic particles equivalent to more than 20,000 plastic credit cards could potentially be released into the environment each month. Adding to the complexity, Sophie Vonk, a researcher at the Plastic Soup Foundation, highlights additional sources of microplastic exposure. She notes that fertilizers are coated with plastic for controlled release. Plastic mulch film serves as a protective layer for crops, and water containing microplastics is used for irrigation purposes. Step back to 2004, a pivotal year in environmental science. Professor Richard Thompson and his team rocked the scientific community with a groundbreaking revelation. Microplastic particles have quietly been amassing in our oceans since the 1960s. Their research uncovered a sobering truth. These minuscule plastic fragments now pervade our seas, reaching even the remote expanses of the deep sea and the Arctic. The implications are dire, as these microplastics pose a grave threat to marine life, causing harm upon ingestion. Fast forward to the present, and the International Marine Litter Research Unit has been at the forefront of combating this environmental menace. Since their seminal publication in 2004, they've dedicated themselves to comprehensively studying the impact of plastics in our oceans for the past 2 decades. Their work has shed light on the far-reaching consequences of plastic pollution, guiding efforts to protect marine ecosystems worldwide. In 2023, Professor Thompson's tireless dedication was recognized with the prestigious 2023 Blue Planet Prize, honoring his pioneering contributions to microplastics research. Microplastics scientist Heather Leslie, along with colleagues from Vrije Universiteit Amsterdam, made a startling discovery. They found microplastics in all parts of the human lung, in maternal and fetal placental tissues, in human breast milk, and even in human blood samples from healthy adult volunteers in the Netherlands. This finding, published in Environment International, confirms what many scientists have long suspected. These minuscule particles can indeed infiltrate the human bloodstream. This can lead to a host of health issues, such as reproductive disorders, growth problems, and even death. In the further study, Heather Leslie found that the number of plastic materials has surged from 3,000 to over 9,600 in recent years. Each material has its own chemical composition and potential toxicity, emphasizing the need for heightened awareness and action regarding plastic pollution. Dick Vithak from Utrecht University in the Netherlands, who collaborated with Heather Leslie on a groundbreaking study, mentioned that the breakdown of larger plastic objects in the environment continuously produces micro and nanoplastics, increasing the overall number of particles. Imagine the implications of this microscopic world. As researchers delve deeper into the realm of nanoplastics, they're uncovering a whole new frontier of potential environmental and health impacts. It's a reminder that while the visible effects of plastic pollution are concerning, it's the unseen, microscopic particles that may hold even greater significance for the health of our planet and its inhabitants. As we wrap up this eye-opening journey into the world of microplastics, it's clear that we're facing a monumental challenge with profound implications for both our planet and our health. From the depths of the oceans to the air we breathe, microplastics have permeated every corner of our environment, leaving no stone unturned. But here's where you come in. Yes, you. By staying informed and spreading awareness about the impact of microplastics, you have the power to ignite change. Whether it's reducing single-use plastics in your daily life, supporting policies that promote plastic waste management, or participating in beach cleanups and environmental initiatives, every action counts. So let's take a stand together. Let's be the generation that turns the tide on microplastics pollution. Together, we can make a difference and safeguard the future of our planet for ourselves and for generations to come. Thanks for watching this video. For more videos like this, and hit subscribe button, and remember to click on notification bell.